Ubukele Blaqlife TV nangoke past 10 umfana wakashoza inkosi nathi. Yebo ke cha namhlanje ke sikhona la eGreytown eMsinzi Resort kuzolontsha khona ke uMiss Ecotourism. Ngithi ke namhlanje sizothi qaphu ngento ezokwenzeka la ngoJune izokwenzeka khona futhi la ekhaya. Ngicela ke namhlanje ke ube kanye nami sambe siyobona kwenzakalani. Asambeni.
Thank you to everybody for joining us today, and thank you to all the media parties that are here today. As you can see, one of them is here. Thank you to all our media parties, our sponsor, Msinzi Resorts and Game Reserves, and to any of our potential sponsors. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Okay, so first off, please can I have Ntombi Gumede join me up here? She's just going to talk to us for a little bit. Please can I have Ntombi Gumede, Miss Ecotourism founder and the director. Please may you come join me on stage if you wouldn't mind. Round of applause for her. The self-presumed stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. I'm going to start by saying thank you for making time to be part of this media briefing and launch. Miss Ecotourism World. Miss Ecotourism World, I always say that this is my first international baby. I'm a founder and MD of Miss Ecotourism World. It's going to be hosted in South Africa for the very first time. It's a new international pageant that is directed and will be hosted in South Africa from the 16th of June until the 21st of June. We're going to be hosting more than 30 delegates from other countries. So far, we've got Zambia, who has selected their queen already, and we also have China. They have selected their queen as well, and we are happy to have National Director for China with us tonight. Yes. Back to Ntombi Gumede. Ntombi Gumede, I started pageants at a very young age. I was 8 years old. I guess that's why I'm passionate about pageants. But like when I got married, I decided to enter a pageant because I didn't know there were pageants for married women. So I decided to enter one pageant just to have fun because I'm a mother of 4. I was like always focusing on my children, focusing on the husband, focusing on the work stuff and chores and so on. So I decided to do something that was about myself or made me happy. So I decided to go back into, I'm not going to say go back into doing pageants because it was my first pageant as a Mrs. So I was just giving it a try. So I entered Mrs. KZN and I was selected as the first princess. That was in 2016. After that, I said, let me try Mrs. South Africa. I entered Mrs. South Africa and I was a semi-finalist. Unfortunately, I didn't make it into being a finalist. that didn't like demotivate me in any way. I decided to do Mrs. Africa. Mrs. Africa, I was crowned Mrs. Tourism Africa. So I represented South Africa, our rainbow nation, my country in the Philippines. That was in 2017, and I came back with the crown, international crown of Mrs. Tourism Globe. So from there, the love, as much as I loved traveling, because I love traveling, myself and my family, we love traveling, but I've never put my mind into the tourism sector. So going into the Mrs. Tourism pageants, that's when I really, really fell in love with tourism. So I've been an ambassador for tourism for entry to Gateway Tourism. I was a brand influencer. I managed to get a lot of brands onto my name as well, using the tourism crown and title that I won in Philippines. And then I decided to dedicate my time into motivating and mentoring young girls. So I started my own national pageants. So I started with Miss Teen Tourism Globe, because I felt that the tourism brand is a brand that I would like to see it grow in terms of pageants as well. So I started my own pageant, Miss Teen Globe. I've taken so many girls overseas. They came back with crowns. Up until I decided that, okay, with me being overseas and looking at how popular pageants are, in other countries, pageants are like, are not like in South Africa. They are very important, if I may say so. They really give in to pageants. They really dedicate their time into pageants. In South Africa, we are still like, I don't know, there are some challenges when it comes to us getting sponsors. We are not recognized as a sport. In other countries, pageants are like a serious sport. And pageant girls in other countries are used as ambassadors of tourism as well. So coming back to South Africa, I decided to start my own international pageant, because I think I've learned a lot from the international stage. Then I decided to apply it into South Africa, my own country. I'm very proud to be hosting this media launch, and I'm proud of myself, if I may say so, that I'm going to be hosting an international pageant in South Africa. I know there are going to be challenges there and there, and there have been challenges even today, but I'm glad that I've got people in my space and my corner that are really supportive of anything that I do. So it really means a lot to me that everyone is here. We are really, really in need of more sponsors for us to be able to pull the event off in June. As much as we do have Msinzi, but an international pageant needs a lot of funding. It needs a lot of resources that we do not have in South Africa. So for us, or for the pageant to be successful, we really need sponsors on board. So my plea tonight is that anyone, even if it's not you as a person sponsoring, but if you know of anyone, a friend, a neighbor, cousin, business associates that might be willing to come on board as well and be part of this, we would really appreciate that. So in closing, I'd really like to say thank you so much to Msinzi, Marvin, Sneh, and your team, guys. Like, honestly, I'm out of words. I know that you guys are doing this for the very first time. You've never sponsored a pageant before, and we are doing this for the very first time as well. but you guys believed in us so much that you decided to attach your brand to something that didn't exist at all. So we are here tonight, I would say only because of you guys. If it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be here tonight. And I'd really like to appreciate as well Trevor and Roxanne. You guys have always been like at my corner whenever I shout or scream for help. You guys are always there. You've never said no. And Vino, thank you so much, my sister, my friend. You also leave everything. The moment I send a message, you run without even asking what's going on, what's happening. You're like, I'm gonna be there. Don't worry, I'm gonna be there. And to Uzandi, unfortunately, I think she's still dressing up. Uzandi is my friend as well. And she decided to come on board. I don't know how, when, but it happened. And she was like, Ntombi, I want to be part of this and I want to help. So she's been by my corner throughout as well. And then I'd like to also thank Njomani Wines. Guys, thank you so much as well. We are happy to be with you guys here tonight. With the challenges throughout the day, you've never complained. So I really appreciate you guys. All the media houses, thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know if I left somebody out, but if I did, I would just say thank you, everyone. And then my queens, I'd like to acknowledge our queen, Miss Ecotourism Africa. They hosted a pageant in Mpumalanga where they had girls from around Africa, and she took the crown. She's going to be one of the ladies that are going to be representing the Africa continent in the Miss Ecotourism World in June. And then our queen, Portia. Portia, I've been with her to Philippines, in Philippines. I mean, she represented South Africa in Philippines at the Miss Teen Tourism. And then she received the Darling of the Press Award, which is a very special award. And she was also crowned as a face of an international makeup brand. So her face is like all over in Philippines. As I did mention before, that in South Africa, pageants are not like a big deal. If Portia was in Philippines, she could be like a celebrity right now. But here in South Africa, yeah, no recognition whatsoever. But we're pushing. And then Balisa is our first runner-up. So she is Portia's right-hand queen. Thank you so much. And my babies, my family, thank you guys for always being by mommy's side. Thank you.
Tears to my eyes. What an emotional scene, ladies and gentlemen. What an emotional scene. Well, before I tell you what's coming up next, let me just go on a little bit. You know, as Dombi stated, we have our celebrities, our actors, our musicians. Yet, sadly, our pageant queens are not recognized as celebrities. They don't even need to be recognized as celebrities, as just powerhouses, the powerhouses that they are. Ladies and gentlemen, who knows? One of these three amazing young girls who have the confidence to do pageantry, one of them could be our next president, our first ever female president. Who knows? Who knows? Thank you to those who have, sponsored. They are sponsoring and they're trying to help nurture the next generation. Maybe, one of the women who come out of any of these pageants that they do sponsor could turn out to be the next female president. Who knows? Or the first female president, actually. We haven't had one in South Africa. Unless, maybe we have, but I don't think I'm mistaken on that part. But either way, it would be something so great to say that I played a part in that. To those of you who have sponsored, thank you so much. You are helping more than you could possibly know. But, enough of me going on and on. On stage, well, the so-called stage, please can I have Portia Mkiza join me, Miss Ecotourism World 2020. She's just going to come on tell us about her journey and her preparations for the international pageant. The stage is yours.
Greetings, everyone. My name is Foshan Kize, as Mamtombi said before. I am 19 years old and I'm from Lotus Park in Isipingo, Durban. So my journey started, I started modeling in 2017, but with my mother's help and support. And then I literally stopped. I do not know why, but then I literally stopped modeling. And then 2017, I came back again, entered Miss Teen Globe, where I won the Miss Teen Globe Ambassador, and I got to represent South Africa in Philippines, which was literally like a great experience of my lifetime, because it was like always a dream to go like international. And then I went with the help of my director, Mamtombi Kumete. It was like a nice experience, even though Abuya Tete, but it was really it was nice. It was like really nice. Came back, as my director said, came back with Darling of the Press title and Miss Nix, which was like literally a great experience. And then I got to enter, 2019, I got to enter Miss Ecotourism, where I literally won, and I'll get to represent South Africa in June. In preparation of the international pageant, I've literally prepared and I'm ready to welcome all the international guests with warm hands and warm welcome, to just show them around our country, the taste of the beautiful food, our different cultures and all. And I'd literally like to thank our sponsors, Mtsitsi. Thank you so much, and to all our sponsors, Jomani Wines. And yeah, it was literally like a great experience. Thank you so much.
Wow. So, the main topic of today is sponsors and media briefing. While, our main sponsor for today, Msinsi Resorts and Game Reserves, they're playing quite a big role in sponsors, because they are the main sponsors, and I'm sure you guys have walked around, some of you have been to the rooms. It's an amazing place, really. It's absolutely stunning. It's wonderful. I would like to come here, when I'm not working, just to come, relax, kick my feet up, go on a drive, see some of the animals, just see the beautiful country that is South Africa. Just see it, see the wildlife that live there, the flowers, and we live in a beautiful and amazing country, ladies and gentlemen. And I, quite frankly, am very proud to be South African. I really am. But, that's enough of me. Please, may we have someone from Msinsi, a representative, come and join me on stage and just talk and give us a little bit of information on Msinsi and just say whatever they need to say. You're good. Well, turns out they are good. Some people have cold feet, get a little bit shy here and there. It's perfectly fine. Now, earlier on, Dombi did mention that there were many countries that joined in, like a worldwide thing. It's international, that there are other countries that here. We actually have a representative here today from China, Miss Roxanne Wang. If you wouldn't mind joining me on stage, just in case I don't know if you want to say something, a couple of things, or do you as well have cold feet, and I should continue. But you seem proud and passionate. Join me on stage.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I definitely don't have cold feet. I've been on an international stage before as well. Ntombi and I have actually known each other since 2016. We've been doing pageants together. And then she gave me the opportunity to represent South Africa. Yes, South Africa, in 2019. I actually have Taiwanese nationality, Chinese nationality, and South African nationality, that's what South Africa is all about, right? Rainbow Nation. I'm proudly South African, I'm proudly Taiwanese, and I'm proudly Chinese. And when I was offered the directorship for China, I just thought to myself, it's the perfect opportunity to bring different worlds together in unity. And what better way to bring it together than ecotourism? All countries have something special about them. All countries have beautiful tourism, beautiful ecosystems. And obviously one of my favorites has to be South Africa. We have the Big Five. We have something other countries don't have. but we also don't know what other countries have. And that's when this kind of pageant comes together, promoting countries, especially after COVID-19. COVID-19 took a huge toll on tourism, and now is the time to come together and to boost the tourism of other countries. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thank you. Roxanne is obviously one of our sponsors, and her husband is one of our sponsors, as Dombi has stated earlier on, and we are delighted to have them on board. Along with all of our sponsors, we are so happy to have you all on board in this journey with us. But we're moving on. We have our definite sponsors, but then as well, we also have our potential sponsors. Who knows, if things go well, we could erase the whole potential situation and have them as definite sponsors. So please may I have Mr. Zwezwe from Southern Drakensberg Tourism join me on stage if they want to say anything. She's not here. Okay. Yeah. If she does come back later on, or she does want to say something or so. Oh, she's not here as a whole. Oh, okay. Well then, we move. What can we do? We move on. So, okay. So, with that being said, that is all of today's definite proceedings. But we don't know. Maybe someone from the audience has a question. Anybody have any questions to any of the media parties here, any of the sponsors? Maybe you have something going on. You want to know how you can get in contact with any of them. If anybody has any questions, now would be your time to ask any question. No question is too small or too big. Anybody? Going once. Going twice.
Can I have one of the ladies' dresses, please?
That is not a question, and I'm pretty sure that would be theft. So, once again, going once.
Yes or no?
That would be theft, I'm pretty sure. But, moving on. Going once, going twice. And so to the dashing man in the caramel suit, who does not have a question, but is going to finish today's proceedings. Okay, well, with that being said, that is the end of today's proceedings. Thank you to everybody who came and, came to support today and came to join. Once again, I cannot say enough. Thank you to each and every one of our sponsors. Thank you to everybody who came out, took the time. We're going to have a little bit of a bribe. We are South African, Gotta whip it up. We gotta have a nice little bribe, some burbles, We can't go home on an empty stomach. What would that say now? We can't let you guys go home on an empty stomach. We gotta send you guys home fully fed. But that is it from me, Langajiane. I've been your moderator for today, and I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you.
Kamala ngonondumiso wakamkhize ngihleli noNtombi Gumede. uNtombi Gumede yi-founder ye-Miss Ecotourism World. So Ntombi, siyabingelela futhi siyakwamukela namhlanje.
Ngiyabonga. Thank you so much.
So umuntu osekhaya ongazi noma unga-understand ukuthi what is ecotourism or Miss Ecotourism World, like ungakhona ukuthi usinikeze the whole concept ukuthi umayelana nani, since you are the founder of the organization.
Okay, Miss Ecotourism World, ezigama lisho ecotourism. Ecotourism sikhuluma ngalama establishments or indawo lezi ezinga developanga kangako or lezi ezi-natural, like mhlampe if nginganikeza ama-examples, even though ngeke ngize ngimenshine ama-hotel names, but ngizosho ukuthi kunezindawo ezama-5 stars. Lama-5 stars uthola ukuthi ilezi ndawo ezi-very classy, and then mase kuthi lezi zaka-ecotourism ilezi ezine-nature kakhulu, uthola ukuthi mhlampe kunedamu, kuney'ntaba, kuney'hlahla, and isikhathi esiningi sikhuluma about sustainability nendaba yoku-saving the environment, yabo, because uthola ukuthi khona indawo manganikeza nje example straightforward, kunalezi izinto lezi kokuthi in terms of ilento i-global warming, mhlampe khona indawo basebenzisa ama-straws, sesike sabona ema-restaurants kakhulu basebenzisa ama-plastic straws, mase kuthi laba aba-advocate for uku-save i-environment basebenzisa ama-straws lawa e-paper, yabo. So no ecotourism ke into enjalo. That's where kupromotwa izindawo ezingathintiwe or indawo ezamagugu kodwa ezingazange zize zishintshwe ezi-appreciate-wa zinjengoba zinjalo. So ke masikhuluma ngo-Miss Ecotourism World sikhuluma ngama-ambassadors because abantu isikhathi esiningi bale banga-understand ama-beauty queens or like abantu aba-involved kuma-pageants bathathwa njengama-ambassadors. Baba ama-ambassadors aleyo program ke or leyo project. So laba yes, so laba abethu bathathwa njengama kuma-countries abo because njengoba ubushilo ukuthi u-Ecotourism World. U-Ecotourism World as much as kuyi-pageant yala e-South Africa, yala ekhaya e-South Africa, but i-directwa khona kodwa ithatha ama-candidates nama-contestants no miss from different countries around the world abazoza la e-South Africa bezokompithela for i-world title la e-South Africa. Okuyinto bekuwukuthi ene besikubona kuma-TV, sikubona social media entweni ey'ningi la bekuwukuthi thina e-South Africa sithatha iy'ngane zethu siziyise ngaphandle ziyokhompitha, like sithatha uMiss South Africa wethu ayokhompitha ku-Miss Universe, sithatha uMiss South Africa wethu ayokhompitha ku-Miss World. So this one ke kuhlukile. Laba abanye bakwamanye ama-countries bazothatha o-Miss babo o-Miss Ecotourism World, maybe manginike example Miss Ecotourism Ghana. uGhana uzothatha i-representative yabo ize la e-South Africa izokhompitha i-represente iGhana, no-China ngokunjalo uzothatha i-queen yabo ize South Africa izorepresenta i-China. So we're looking at hosting about 30 to 40 countries. Ngabe baba more than that if bengayona lento ye-COVID ke, kodwa manje ngoba amanye ama-countries ke abakwazi ukuthi ba-travele at this point in time, international travel kuvaliwe, so babanjwe lokho, but ke the hype has been there. Abaningi ba-excited ukuthi beze South Africa, so it's something excited ngayo nathi.
Okay, siyabonga because basically into ishoyo ukuthi ne siqhubuzela ukusustain imvelo noma ukugcina imvelo injengoba injalo, just to make sure ukuthi sinayo going forward, ngoba izinto eziningi has become instant ngendlela yokuthi banento yokuthi izinto eziningi bayazenza zingarecycle. Wenza ama example about straw. Wathi i-straw se-plastic siyathi sinemthelela eminingi, mabasifaka olwandle siyalimaza, sibulala ufish njalo njalo. So wathi kunento eyenziwe la bekhona ukuthi kwenziwe i-straw ze-paper because i-paper basically biodegradable, something like that. I'm not too sure of the terminology. So into engigqugquzelayo by doing this project normally le pageant nifuna ukusabalalisa ulwazi through labantu laba basuke bemodela since be youth ye country, believing ukuthi they will go to places basabalalise lolwazi abalithola kwi-organization, just to make sure ukuthi i-reacha kubantu bonkana, abantu babe aware ukuthi we still have to keep imvelo injengoba injalo.
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Njengamanje sizongena la you have to meet Ushon Stender, or you will meet Ushon Stender from OCA. We'll do a visual meeting now just now, I think in a couple of seconds. So basically again, then you introduce yourself. I'm so sorry that you'll have to repeat the process, but then we have to accommodate zonke inhlanga since you've explained that this is an international thing, like it's a worldwide thing. So not everybody understands ulimi lethu lesintu.